It's round two of back-to-back storms overnight, and this time they targeted the Southern Valley, where people are waking up to check out the damage.
The Valley Today's Kelly Hubbard joins us live in Wahpeton to show us what people are waking up to. Good morning, Kelly.
Hi, good morning, Lisa and Jordan. It's been quite a crazy morning here as people are making their way into work. I'm standing right in front of a tree branch that actually fell down early this morning. It fell on top of these power lines, snapping the pole to your right here. So crews are out kind of working to restore power in the area. They're keeping their fingers crossed. Hopefully power can be restored between 1 and 2 o'clock today. They said 100 or so people are still without power. Now, the good news is that there are no reported injuries, but dispatch did tell us that there are a lot of trees that are down in the area. If you take a walk with me, we'll get closer to the power line, the pole that actually snapped in half. So the Otter Tail Power Company told me that they're sending in a few extra crews here. They're sending in Hankinson, Castleton, I believe, was kind of help out them and help out the situation here too. But yeah, as you can see, just a massive pole that was down. This is the only one, though, that was reported in the area that had snapped. We went to we're in front of the NDSCS campus right here. There was another tree that was down at 11th Street North. So if you're driving through the area, it's blocking the traffic down to that one lane. So as you make your way into work, also noticing there's debris like this that can get really easily stuck under your car. So be careful for the extra debris and branches that are in the road as well. We also saw a few areas with flooded roads. There's a lot of parking lots that are flooded out too. So as you make your way to your destination this morning, do be careful and give the crews their space as they restore the power for you guys.
Great to see what people are up against if you're still at home and about to head out the door.
Yeah, that is some pretty significant wind they had, but it's not just those folks in Wahpeton that are dealing with this. We have some breaking news from overnight. Those storms are leaving many parts of the valley without power this morning. Otter Tail Power Company is currently experiencing outages affecting potentially over 2,000 customers. The areas impacted include Fergus Falls, Pelican Rapids, and Rothsay.
Also in those areas, the Lake Region Electric Co-op has just less than 5,000 people without power right now. This is a live look at their outage map. There's no word yet on how long it will take to get the power back on.
And it's been a busy week for power companies. Xcel Energy says at its peak, about 16,000 customers were left without power in our region after Sunday night's storm. Homes and streetlights went dark. Even Island Park Pool in Fargo had to close on its first day because of that outage.
Roughly 90 crew members were sent out into the community to get the power back on. Some crews came all the way from the St. Cloud area to help out.
And Mother Nature, she is just not letting up on us. She kind of did a 1-2 punch here, Lisa.
Yeah, we actually had 3 first alert weather days in a row, starting this weekend, then continuing on through yesterday and this morning, still dealing with those storms out there. But things are starting to quiet down and we can breathe easier here as we head into the day today. We're still going to have to put up with the rain, and you can see we've got some gloomy conditions, some low clouds, some mist out there. It does look better, though, in our view on the roadways here in Fargo on our first alert sky cam. It's not as wet because we haven't seen rain in a while here in Fargo. We're at 66 degrees. It's 65 in Grand Forks, a lot of 60s around the valley with drier conditions being reported in several spots. However, we're getting one round moving out. We're looking at another one that's going to start up for us here as we continue on through the morning. So let's focus in on that one area that produced all of that severe weather. Of course, we saw the damage down in Wahpeton, Lakes Country, more reports coming in of damage there too. And you can see there's still some lightning and thunder, but not nearly as intense around the Roseau area and north of the border. And that's going to continue lifting off to the north and east. Still, though, this one little cell around Roseau may be producing some very small hailstones with it. And then looking to the south and west, this area of rain has been growing this morning. You can see it's been expanding from Lemoore and Dickey counties now into Barnes County. And we're going to see that moisture continue to lift into the valley for our next round as we head into the day. So right now the focus is in eastern parts of North Dakota, but gradually more rain and more thunder moving in. But we've changed things up a little bit. The front that was moving through is has moved on. And so we're entering a less dynamic atmosphere, and we're looking at conditions that won't be quite as severe, or it won't be severe today. We're just looking at a lot of rain. It's heading east, and it's going to run into what's left of Cristobal and the Great Lakes area under the threat for some very heavy rain. Here's a look at our afternoon planner. Expect to see temperatures that are going to be into the 60s and even some 50s. So a huge difference from the heat that we've had recently. And you can see those rain chances sticking around. So what does that mean? Lots of grass growing happening lately. So here's your mowing forecast today. Not a good day to be out doing that. Fair for your Wednesday as we start to see the rain wind down. And then things look better for Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday for getting out and mowing that lawn, because we're drying out and we're going to warm back up, back into the 70s as we approach the weekend. And now for a look at traffic, here's Devin Fry with the Valley Today's Traffic on the Move.
Thanks, Lisa. Now, my intent was to finish up this hour for our morning drive on I-29 heading south. However, that has faced a delay here on 12th Avenue. We've been crawling up to this stoplight here, and it looks like we might get to go pretty soon onto the I-29 overpass on 12th Ave, but right now it is moving very slowly. Big miles-long backup behind me there, way past the previous intersection. So if you're taking 12th Avenue to get onto I-29, please be prepared to face some delays. You can see how slow it's moving up here. That's because of the construction up on the overpass that forces everything down to one lane with reduced speeds. There's also a bit of a backup off of the interstate itself to get onto this 12th Avenue overpass. So just be prepared to face some delays in this area no matter which way you're coming from. Now, what day is today? It is Taco Tuesday, so Ole the day at Taco John's. For your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
It's now 4 minutes before 7. There's a big fence repair ahead for one family after a two-car crash in North Fargo. Check out this video. Police say a car hit a pickup last night near 3rd Street and 23rd Avenue North, then veered off the street.
That ended up with the car crashing into the fence of a nearby home. Officers say 3 people were injured, but not seriously. Organizers of last Friday's peaceful rally are now accusing the Fargo Police Department of illegal surveillance. The group called One Fargo says the problem goes beyond former Deputy Chief Todd Osmundson, who resigned last week after more than 30 years on the force.
He was initially suspended for being undercover without permission during the May 30th riot in downtown Fargo. One Fargo didn't present any proof for its claims and wouldn't take questions from Valley News Live or other news outlets. The city of Fargo issued a statement saying that One Fargo met with them yesterday morning and made several accusations against police.
Any complaints that are made against police in regard to the May 30th event will be reviewed by Fargo Mayor Tim Mahoney. All 53 counties in North Dakota chose to avoid in-person voting for today's primary due to the coronavirus.
It's the biggest role the post office has played in an election in state history. Ballots will be tabulated today.
3 Cass County judges, meanwhile, walked off their jobs, election judges that is, saying that county officials are not doing enough to protect them from the coronavirus. They tell us that people were not required to wear a mask or gloves, although they were being provided for free.
Half the people wore masks, but the other half reportedly disagreed, saying it's their right to. Mail-in ballots are being counted at a space at the Ramada Inn to help with social distancing, but the former employees say that wasn't enough.
We have to leave. I live with a mother who's dealing with stage 4 lung cancer right now.
I'm deeply concerned that if I were to contact the virus, I would not make it.
Despite having a record amount of ballots, the Cass County Elections Coordinator says those 3 judges leaving will not impact the counting of the ballots.
She adds that she's relying on guidance from Fargo Cass Public Health and cannot force election judges to wear a mask. Drecker Brewing and the American Red Cross are teaming up for a blood drive Thursday at Drecker's Brewhalla.
Blood is needed with the countless drives canceled due to the coronavirus. If you're healthy, you can pre-register a time to donate at redcrossblood.org.
Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question: this food is eaten outside the home 90% of the time.
The answer? It's French fries. You can never make them as good as they can at the restaurant, it seems.
No, that's a good point. And you need to eat them in your car as well. That's where they taste the best.
That is where you cannot bring the bag home without diving into it. That's just a sin right there. But anyway, we here on the Valley today want to thank you for tuning in to watch our coverage. We want to reassure you that we're working hard to make sure you are staying informed during the COVID-19 pandemic. Several ways to do that, including valleynewslive.com, the VNL News app, or also on our Valley News Live Facebook page. Those are all for free with no registration required.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but remember, the Valley Today rolls on. Join us right now for more live up-to-the-minute news and weather on the Fargo CW. Have a great Tuesday, everyone.